Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I already discussed about that things with you, how can insert your post, and after that insert the post, it will be redirected to our post list page. And here that is all that our post. Okay, so right now in this video, I will show you how can display your author name. That means who actually created that post. Like here right now, I am already logged in with our username as an admin. Okay, so I created this post by as an admin. So right now I want to display that name on particular that position, and also they have another function for the status. So how can make that status as a published or unpublished? Okay, so this type of things I want to do. So first of all, here I want to display the author name. For doing this, what exactly you have to do? Like here, if you go to your database, and here if you go to the post, and into the post here you can see that it's actually created by one of the ID. So by default as a one, so I just define as I told you, I am already adding all that post by the admin. So that is actually ID is by one, that is a one, that is also one. And also if you go to that our user, like if you go to that user, and here you can see this ID one is means the admin. So I want to actually that is the ID, and then it should be work as a foreign key. So it should be work foreign key as a that name, that means the created by. So when this will be equal, then after that I just want to get the name. Okay, like that is actually the foreign key as a created by as a one. And if you go to that user, so this ID will be matched with the one, and then I just get that name. Okay, that means this admin name. So this name I just want to display on particular that position. So for doing this, first of all, we have to go to our model, like that is our app, and here one of the model as a post model. So right now I just open it, and into the post model I just want to create one of the method. So here I just write down as a public, and then function. Then I just create one of the method as a creator. And now into this method I have to work, like here in particular that position, first of all I just define as a return. Okay, I just define the return, and with this I just define that this, and then the belongs to. Okay, belongs to. And after that here I just define first of all our this user model. So for the reasons I just define as a app folder, and after that app, then this actually the user model. So here I just defining as a our user, I just defining our user model on particular that position. And now I want to add our foreign key. As I told you, if you go to that position, like there is also one of the foreign key. So here in our post, so that is actually the field as a created by. So now here I just defining it on here, created underscore by, and also it should be matched with which field. I already discussed about that things with you. It should be matched with our in our user. So in our user, this the name, that is the ID field. So here I just define that ID. Okay, I hope you can well understand about it. So first this tool with the match, and then I just want to get all the data from here. And now that is actually the our things we have to write as a return this, and the belongs to our user model, and then foreign key as a created by, and then the ID. And then we have to update in our post control. So that is our index method, and here I just define as a post and the order by. Okay, so after that post here I just define all the things like the width. So here I just define it width, and into this position first of all better I just define in onto particular that position with the array, and into the array here I just declare our this method. Okay, so that is the method which I actually combine two of this table. So I just copy it, and here in particular that position I just declare it on particular that area. Okay, and after that I just define our order by. So here I just define that. So now we have to do the same things. We have to do the same things in our this area. So that is the post, after that post, then the where, and then our method, and after this I just define that where condition. Perfect. And now I want to display that name. That means if you go to that position, so I just want to display that name, that is actually the name. Okay, so for doing this, now we have to work in our list page, because here that is our in our list page. So there is a post and that is a list. So for now I just go to our list page. So that is our, maybe, yeah, that is a post list page, and into this position I just define one of the th as a author. So before I just make the things as a blank, here you can see I just define that as a blank. So right now I want to display that name. So display it, first of all you have to define that double second bracket and into this position with this row. So with this row here I just defining our this method, that means the creator method. So here I just define that creator, okay, and after that creator I just want to define that name, that means database our feed name. So that is actually in our database, so that is actually the name. Okay, I hope you can well understand about it. So for now, if you click on the save all, and if you now go to your site, and now if you click on the refresh, yes, you can see now it's actually showing the author name as admin. That means this post is created by the author. This post is also created by the author. So I hope it's very much clear to you how the things exactly work. So here I just display that creator with this row. I just define that method as a creator method, and with this creator I just define that name. Okay, and in our post I already assign all that table on particular that area table field. In our post model here I also define our user model. So I think it should be very much clear to you what exactly the things I did on particular that position, and right now it's perfectly visible on here. So better I just continue this process, and in our next video I will show you about that status. And into the status here I also want to add another button like as a hot news for this one. So if you want to make the things as a hot news, then here I just want to create another button on particular that position as a yes or not, so then it will be better. So in our next video I will show you that things with the live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.